Morning. Sorry, I'm too busy laughing at her, trying to, like, I don't know what she's trying to do. It's not even cold. Look at her, snuggled up.
I'm hiding my chins.
She's hiding her chins. Silly Billy.
This
Morning.
one, now I'm just hiding my other chins. I've let one chin out, but if I move too much, my other chins will pop out.
I so desperately just want to pull it down. Oh dear, we're in a silly mood. Yay! Anybody's got multiple chins or they do that, look.
Morning, folks. We are at the hospital for our 12-week scan, which is 12 weeks and 4 days.
Yeah.
We are taking odds on how many days.
Oh yeah. I was like, what are we taking odds on? I couldn't remember.
She just jumped the gun. One word too early. We're taking odds on how many days early they're gonna. I can't. How many days early? What?
You look stupid. Better. You're beautiful. Tell her she's beautiful.
She said it with meaning, didn't she?
You're beautiful.
It was actually better that time. Anyway, we are taking odds on how many days ahead they will put us. So the 2 scans ago we were 2 days ahead. Is that right?
Yeah, because we were 9 weeks and 2 days, and then
we were 9 weeks exactly.
Yeah.
And then the next one we were 12 weeks
10
weeks exactly, and they put us at 10 weeks and 6 days.
Yeah.
So the reason it matters for this one is because they're potentially going to use this one to give us a due date, which we think is mental because surely
Crazy.
IVF is the most specific you can get.
But apparently they don't like it.
Also, we're quite attached to our due date because it's my birthday.
Yeah.
I don't want that to change.
No, I know.
So I'm going to try and put up a little fight for it. But I don't think I'm going to win because I've been fairly well told that just what they tell you it is, and that's what it'll be.
I do find it weird, like, that they do it off the measurement at this scan, but if they'd done it at the measurement of a scan a week and a half ago, it would have been a different date.
Yeah.
And I'm quite sure if we get a scan next week, it would be a different date.
Yeah.
So I really struggle with it.
I can't remember if we said this on a previous video, but I was over 10 pounds, over 10 pounds when I was born.
I'm so scared.
As my brother was. I was 10 pounds 6 and my brother was 10 pound 8. So we were very big babies, and when my mum had a scan laid on, she also got told, like, she got a month taken off her due date. They assumed that she was a month out with her dates when she wasn't. We were just big babies. So I was actually born on exactly my due date then. So it's really weird that I was the exact same due date as our baby.
Yeah. And all we can do is wait and see. And as we've been told, like, the reason the due date matters in terms of what they give us is they may then want to induce us if we haven't they started before that due date.
They generally won't let IVF pregnancies go past the due date, and sometimes some people even say 38, 39 weeks because there's more risk of the placenta stopping working. So, like with other pregnancies, if it's going on, because they can't be certain of dates, they'll go past the due date, whereas for IVF they won't. So if they bring our due date back a couple of weeks, they could potentially induce us before baby's ready to come out because the due date's wrong, if you know what I mean.
But as we have been told, they can't force us to have an induction, you know, and then we'd be in a really difficult position because we'd be taking their advice.
It's not her water bottle.
It's actually her water bottle, but anyway, we don't have to get induced, but then we'd be going against their advice if we opted not to get induced, and then you get into all sorts of tricky situations. So we'll see what they say today, but we're going to try and push to not get brought in. If it's just a couple of days, I don't think we'll make a fuss about it. But if it's a week or more, then we'll see. We'll see what they say.
Mm-hmm. Also, there's very little part of me that quite likes the idea of skipping a week. Like we're currently on, what are we, 12 weeks and
4 days.
4 days. And if we were still 6 days ahead, we would then be like 13 weeks, basically.
Just skip some time. Fast forward.
Is that right? 13 weeks, 3 days? Yeah, that would be quite nice.
Yeah. And it's funny, we're talking here like it's a given, but there's a little bit of nervousness as well, on just, as there seems to have been for every scan, like you don't know what's going on inside, like you've got no way to tell. We're not at a point where baby's moving or anything like that, so there's no kind of gauge. So there's a little bit of nervousness of will everything be okay? You know. I guess we're just going to put that to one side and assume that it will be. But
yeah, because I just can't. I'm already nervous.
Yeah.
About lots of things.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay. And by the way, for those of you interested, my skin is much better. I ended up seeing the doctor, who ended up giving me some steroid cream, 2 lots of steroid cream actually, and said it was perfectly safe to use. I only used it for 2 days or something, and it just cleared up. And then I've had a little patch, so I've put a little bit on that one day after that, so I don't feel bad because I've not used it loads, and it was just a small amount. And then she said it was alright. So.
And instead, now she's just snotty.
Yeah, a bit bunged up. She did say I could take Piriton, but I haven't yet. I feel funny about it. A lot of the things I said, said like it was not advisable in the first 12 weeks. So if it carries on, now that we're past the 12-week mark, if everything goes okay today, I might take a couple just to see if it gets rid of it and shakes it off, because it is really annoying to wake up every morning going, oh.
Excuse me. Yeah, it is very annoying to wake up next to somebody going, rah.
It's such a delight.
You are, I know. I'm still waiting for the glow.
It's coming, look, the skin's better.
That's the sunshine.
That's a glow, look, I'm glowing. If I hit my cheeks hard enough, they'll start to glow.
I'll help you. See if we can speed up the process.
Just bash me about every morning.
Okay. Anyways, the other thing that we're hoping today is that we might get to hear the heartbeat.
Yeah, I meant to Google that actually. I'm sure I read somewhere at 12 weeks you can hear the heartbeat, but I'm scared that I've got my expectations, expectations for that, and then it won't happen. So I should have Googled that.
Yeah.
Maybe I will before we go in.
Well, I'm already excited now.
I know, but at least we will find out before we get in there and they don't hear anything, because that'll be a bit scary.
They use a different machine to hear the heartbeat.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they do. Is it not called a Doppler?
Huh?
I'm sure they find the heartbeat with a Doppler, and they don't use the scanning machine. Is just a scanning machine.
Okay.
If you don't hear anything, you'll still see the heartbeat.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if we will see it now.
No, because now it's deep
It's
inside.
got more skin.
Yeah.
I don't know how deep inside it is.
Well,
basically, we've no idea.
We don't know what to expect today. We haven't researched very well. Given that we read our little app every morning that tells us what's going on, you think we would have a bit better prep for this one, but
yeah, but I think we probably, oh god, sorry, I can't stop yawning. I didn't sleep good last night. I think we probably, there's another weird transit van with like windows, look.
We were laughing on the way here. We saw a transit van that was on the back of it. It just looked like a normal white transit van, but on the back of it, it had this big advert for like this after school
and there's
care club.
Of kids on it. And
we were like, why is a transit van going around saying it's an after school kids club?
But when it went around the roundabout, it actually had like windows and a sliding door on the side. But from the back, it just looked like.
Yeah, it did not look like a minibus.
No, like I would not put my judgment.
No, I wouldn't either. I might be phoning the police if I saw it around the school, to be honest. Like, it was really weird.
Apparently transit vans with windows are a thing now, because I just saw another one.
It would seem so. Maybe we're just really out of touch with these things. We should keep more up to date with transit vans. We should buy a magazine.
Oh, okay.
Transits are as.
You took it one too far.
Right, we should go.
We don't need to go.
Well, we do for their sake, I think.
Okay. Alright, well, we've got another 20 minutes to wait.
Yeah, but we have to get in there.
I know.
Well, the hospital looks like it's 3 miles away.
I know. Okay, well, we've got 10 minutes to wait, and then we're going to head in. So we are going to go and try and chill out, calm down. Shall we like?
Oh, nice to see she's so excited, isn't it? So full of beans.
Did you just flinch?
I thought you were going to give me my glow again.
Look at you under my glasses or over my glasses.
That's as much of a reason to flinch.
I can't believe you flinched.
Evils.
We'll have to cut that bit out. People think I beat you.
They just they saw you beat me a minute ago as you attempted to give me a rosy glow. Should not joke about these things, by the way. It's not very sensitive of us.
I like it. You just got so serious.
So serious. It's not a joking matter. We definitely need to go. We're going slightly loopy.
Yeah. Why does this always happen to us before the scans?
I think it's the nervous excitement.
Yeah.
Anxiousness mixed with nervousness.
Yeah. Okay. And it's the first time we're going to see the baby knowing it's a boy.
That's true.
That's exciting too.
Yeah. That's very exciting.
Oh, alright. It's a fun new game.
I was going to say, now she's got a new game. I'll be doing that all day.
I better not do that in the hospital.
Yeah, exactly.
They report us.
I'll be getting pulled into a little room. Are you okay?
Good, and so you should be if they had any concerns.
That's true.
Not a joking matter.
It's not a joking matter.
Right, I'm probably going to cut all that bit out. We will
update
you after and let you know how we get on.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Quite nice. Good breakfast. Hi guys, I just realised that we never actually filmed after our scan. And I'm just sitting down to edit it and realised we do not have a video. Sheila's currently working, so I just wanted to fill you in on how it went. It was our first NHS scan, so we weren't really too sure what to expect. And when we went in, it was all a bit weird. So obviously I was really grateful I could go along to the scan, because I know recently lots of people haven't been able to go, lots of partners haven't been able to go to scans, so I was happy to go along. But it was a bit weird because the setup in our hospital is that the expectant mother goes into the waiting room, and then the partner, birth partner, whatever, sits outside, like in the corridors. There was like waiting area for partners, so I was just sat, like it was like bloke, me, bloke, and it also went across the way, so it wasn't in line. So I was facing a row of guys and in a row of guys, and I was the only woman there. It was really weird. And Sheila was inside, and then when they come out and get her, like call her, she comes outside and calls me. So we were like maybe fourth or fifth. So that had happened a few times, like women were coming out calling their partners. So I was just kind of waiting. Sheila came and got me. We didn't wait too long. They were pretty on time. We went in, and then the woman was really friendly, really chatty. Initially she was like, "Is this your birth partner?" And Sheila was like, which I think that I just was a little bit affronted by, like, which is ridiculous, because of course, like, she'd asked that. But it's pretty much as soon as we went in, I was like, "We did reciprocal IVF, like, we used my eggs," and your woman was really smooth. She was like, "Oh, congratulations, Mom." Like, she didn't even blink. She was just like, "That's great, how special." And she asked how many times it took, and we were saying it was our first go and how lucky we were. And she said she'd had somebody in, I think that morning, who was on round 12 of IVF, and we just were sitting there like, oh my God. Like, I can't even imagine, to be honest. Like, it was hard enough doing one round. Like, fair play to the mothers out there doing 12 rounds. I hope that that's never ever us. I wish it had to be nobody ever, but yeah, it really reinforced how lucky we were. But yeah, she was just totally lovely. She sat us down, got Sheila sorted on the bed, and it was funny because she basically said to us, "Are you wanting to have the testing done?" And we had spoken about this, and I think we talked about it previously, but because we're doing the Harmony test, basically, like, doing any other testing is kind of pointless. And because we'd had the Harmony test results and everything was fine, we just said no. Like, we're not going to waste NHS resources for what point? So we just said no, we've done the Harmony test. And she was like, oh, that's great, like that makes my day easier. So she was full of chat, and then she said, and do you know what you're having? And we said, yeah, we're having a boy. And she then was like, she's like, oh, that's so good, because usually people always ask me at this scan, and this is most people's first scan, and I can't tell them because it's never ever obvious. And and she, in the meantime, she was like rubbing the thing around the jelly, getting set up, and she was like, you can never really see it. Oh my god, I was so wrong. And we looked at the screen, and basically it's like his 2 little legs and his bits were just like there. I'll put in a picture here so you can understand. So it was just really, really funny. She was like, you never see that at this scan, like I can't believe that. So we were all kind of laughing, but because he was essentially like bum up, she couldn't get round to his measurements. So then began the fun game of trying to get him to move. So she put Sheila on her side, she made Sheila wiggle, she made her lift her bum up and down, like some sort of weird like exercises. None of that worked. She could not get a measurement, and obviously the whole point of it was that it's a dating scan, so they need the measurements to do the dating. So she then said, right, listen, go downstairs to the cafe, get like a fresh orange, a bar of chocolate. I know it's 9 o'clock in the morning, it's very early. We were like, it's fine, we can manage this. She was really inclusive of me. She was like, that also includes you. Like if she's having chocolate, you also have to have chocolate. And I was like, okay then. So she was really nice. And she said, just come back up and sit, and when I'm in between people, I'll just keep an eye out for you, and I'll get you back in. So, maybe 20 minutes time, go out into the car park, jump about, see can you get him to move, do some star jumps. So we were like, okay. So we went downstairs, got our juice, went outside, and I did actually make Sheila do star jumps, mostly for my own entertainment. I didn't know how necessary it actually was, or if she was joking, but we did star jumps. Well, I say we, Sheila did. And I recorded it, but it was really funny. And she had her juice, she had her chocolate. I actually didn't really eat my chocolate because it was actually very early in the morning. And we went back up. Again, I sat back with the men, she went back inside, but we were only there by 5 minutes, and the woman called us back in. So he had moved a tiny bit, but not really a lot, but enough more or less for her to get a measurement. She measured him 2 days behind where we actually were, which was fine, because obviously we'd had that whole debate about like the due date getting moved and the hassle of that. So we were pretty nervous going into this scan, like, is she going to change the due date? But she just changed it forward by 2 days. So we were both fine with that. The only other thing that happened was I asked if we were going to be consultant led, because I've heard like mixed reviews on whether IVF pregnancies are consultant led or not. And I know with Sheila's age, but then, so basically we weren't sure. And she said, yeah, you are going to be consultant led. A lot of the time the consultants don't get too involved. It's a straightforward case. I actually asked who the consultant was, because I used to work in that hospital. So I was really kind of keen to find out who it was. And I don't know all the consultants, but I do know one of the consultants. And I know that she's just excellent. Like, she's really like mom knows best, really informative, like really empowering. I've watched her with mums and she's been amazing. I really wanted her. And so I asked who we had, and we didn't have her. And I had this like, and she was like, oh, why? Is that okay? And I said, yeah, I'm sure that's fine. And I basically was like, oh, I'll say something. And then decided to be brave and basically said like, look, I would really like this other consultant. I thought we might fall under her area. I'm just wondering, like, is there anything we can do about that? And she was just like, yeah, you can request her. And I was like, okay, I request her. And she was like, okay. And she just changed the paperwork. She basically said she'll send the consultant an email, and I said I could send her a text as well. So I got the consultant that I wanted. Well, I'm hoping, we still haven't heard any more than that. So I'm kind of hoping that will all work out, because it's just like, there has to be some perks to having worked in a hospital, right? Like, and I really trust her and I really like her. So if whatever she said to me, I would just take that, and I would feel safe with her. So we'll see if that works out for us. So we did request her, and yeah, we got the measurements, we came out, and really, to be honest, the other scan pictures were crap. And even the woman scanning us said the same. She's like, the pictures aren't great. We didn't get any profile pictures really. She just about got a picture enough to measure him. But our potty shot, as they call it, was just so funny, and we stuck that one on the fridge with the other ones from the last scans. So it went really well. We're really happy. We now will just wait and we'll hear from our midwife, I think around week 16. And then hopefully we'll hear from the consultant at some point too, to find out kind of how much involvement she's going to have, or what we can do. So yeah, it all went really well, and we are super happy, and it was a really fun day and a fun scan, and the scanning lady was just awesome. So I think all of my bias about like the NHS and stuff totally went out the window, because she was great, and it was just a great day. So yeah, really happy and excited. And now our next scan isn't until 16 weeks. So this is like the longest wait we'll have. Yeah, I think I've said that wrong. I think that they brought back the due date by 3 days. So it was previously the 18th of October. It's now the 15th of October, which our date was turning over on a Monday. So every Monday we were like 12 weeks, 13 weeks, 14 weeks, whatever. So now it'll be every Friday that will be 12 weeks, 13 weeks. So, so that's kind of thrown us with our dates now, because when we say 16 weeks, we're like, is it though, or is it still 16? Is it 16 and a half? But it's only 3 days difference. So we are going to change our apps and stuff just to go by the NHS. It wasn't worth fighting them over it for the sake of 3 days. And also, if we do get the consultant that I want, I think that she would be fairly supportive and flexible. If we hit our due date, I don't think she's going to induce us immediately or something. So, and if she did, I would just trust her, I guess. So yeah, I'm at risk of rambling without Sheila here to cut me off. So I'm going to say goodbye and wrap this one up for now. So thank you for watching, and please feel free to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will be notified when we upload new videos. I know there was a big gap for a while where we did not upload videos. We had a lot going on, but I am hoping to get videos up more regularly now. So also comment in the description or in the comments below if there's any if there's anything you'd like us to film, or anything that you really want to know about us, then definitely pop it down below and we will get to it. Thanks guys for watching. See you soon. Bye.